What's up? What's up? What's up? Let me check my audio settings real quick. I always like to do that. It's good to see everybody. I think we're good to go. I think I got it set right. All right, here we go. All right, it's been a while. It's been almost a month since we've live streamed, guys, and I just want to apologize. That really wasn't by design. Having the holidays literally on the eve being the night that we normally live stream, just out of respect for friends and family and yours too. I decided, it's kind of my time slot that I like to, live stream at and kind of kick the week off. But could have live streamed a couple of other days, so I do apologize for not not being around. But new year, new grind. We're ready to go. Got something for you guys tonight. So I want to also just get right into the Fox Days of Christmas. So I do apologize about it, the format of the Fox Days of Christmas. The last couple of years we kind of went way overboard last year, and I love to bring giving stuff back to the channel. But what we're going to do something a little bit different this year. The way we were doing like the banners, where we were giving away the banners like once a week. I thought that was a really cool idea, and considering the fact that shop swag is, it's $15 banner. It's cool to hang up in your shop. It's 6 feet long. So that was kind of like a testing ground to see how, maybe doing a little bit of giveaway. So we do have 4 or 5 things that we are going to be giving back this year, and we're going to give them back once a week on top of whatever extra banners I got left over. So I did want to apologize for not being around last month, like I said, and I wanted to address the Fox Days of Christmas that we did not really get a chance to have. So next year, pretty sure Christmas is in the middle of the week, so that's going to kind of change it a little bit. Don't want to be excuseful. It is what it is. That's just the way it worked, and I appreciate everybody for understanding. What's going on, Jim and Willie, Fat Boy Fox, Carlos? What's up, MF Customs? Good to see everybody. Like I said, it's been a grind around here for the last month. 387, putting it in the black car, getting it done. Prepping the white car to get whole new tuning software installed. Matter of fact, in collaboration here with MF Customs, who's actually here in the chat, and Donnie B at Anderson Ford Motorsports. So big shout out to those guys for helping me out. I'm going to need their help eventually soon with the setting up the system and bringing it here to the channel. So, but yeah, I mean, we just got to catch up. We got some updates to talk about with the 387. We got some we did some junkyard digging last weekend to get things back on track. As you can see behind me, we got a axle on the ground. So we were going to bring out what do you say? Would you recommend a Terminator X for an 88 speed density? Yeah, I mean, I 100% would, for sure. So what's up, Matt? Right, good to see you. I think that, when it's time to start swapping over to getting your mass air or, doing your upgrades or whatever, I think speed density, Terminator X is definitely what you want to do. There's a Gen 2 kit like the one we talked about in the channel. That's definitely something you probably want to go with. I see you went to the old pull apart the other day. Yeah, the weather was terrible. It wasn't really a good run. I mean, I was basically just looking for, just looking to get rid of the axles that were actually in. I needed to do a 5-lug swap because the axle behind us is we just did like a budget rebuild for the black car, because the black car really kind of had a pretty serious bent axle for a long time, and you needed it addressed. So I needed to brace it up and take it apart and fix it, and it's causing drag. I mean, every time I go to turn left or turn right, it would want to stall just because it was just dragging pretty hard with the spool. So we're gonna switch it back to a rebuilt diff, and we're just gonna run that for naturally aspirated for now while we fix it. So Neo, what is going to be your fastest car? I don't know what that question. What do you mean? So, but anyways, we're just here to, talk some shit with, some Foxbody friends, have a good live stream, get back into the groove, every Sunday night. What's up, Troy? At Turbo, what do you say? His black coupe when he finally puts that Yoda. I ain't going Yodi right now, bro. Did we just rebuild this differential today? And like the whole shop smells like freaking, what is that? That friction modifier. If you guys ever use that stuff, I'm gonna tell you what, boy. I even cleaned the damn mess up, and it still smelled like that shit all through the garage. Whew. Good Lord. What rods did you run in your 408? I think I made a mistake going a standard Molnar rods. They're just the Eagle 8. I think they're H beams. I can't remember. K1 Tech. Yeah. So Anderson at Ford Motorsports has a couple Gen 2 kits, guys. I spoke about this in one of the other videos that we did. That the Gen 2 kit definitely, it's going to make life a little bit easier. The way it's rewired, I explained it the best I can. It's probably the best mod I never installed. And it's not just because of the Gen 2 mod. It's because just the Terminator itself and being able to control boost. The way my car worked extremely well last year, but it did what it had to do. And I was leaving a lot on the table. Well, I was leaving a good portion on the table. And we're going to have to start the year with this. We're trying to finish the black car over here and do some content for the channel. I think, my white car runs really, really good. And I think it's going to do really well coming out the gate with the new software and the boost control. But, we're moving on to the coupe as soon as I get the black car ready. When I finish the content with a 387 and put it away for a little bit, we're on to the coupe, man. We're going to fix the white car up and start hammering down, bro. U-Pull been so dry lately. It's, as far as Explorers, definitely getting very scarce, yet guys online still say heads intakes don't have value. Yeah, they sure do. What's the calculated compression of the 387? 12 to 1. That friction mod will stand. Let me tell you what, boy. Ugh, I'm getting high smelling this shit. But anyways, behind me, and we basically did like a budget rebuild. It was like the way I'm going to pitch it this year or this week in the video, it's like a $400 or $500 rebuild, like as you see it. And I wasn't going to do the live stream about this, but this is kind of where we're at. So I expect you guys to at least watch the video. Give me a thumbs up or some shit, whatever. We actually went to the Junkyard. This is where the Junkyard digging came from in the thumbnail, because we didn't have another 5-lug axle. Now you can buy those axles for like, I don't know, $250, $260 for a set. But I knew that what I know about Foxbody shit, I'll just go to the Junkyard and get a $30 axle. Well, we got there and legitimately, like, I don't know if you follow me on the, Facebook page that we have, but I put a little reel up. Well, I tell you what, they had one Ranger in that whole lot. They had like 25 Rangers, and only one of them was the year range for them axles. And I don't know if you know anything about whatever stock axles, that run, the race of them. Like, I got lucky. I pulled it out of the housing, and the race was in really good condition considering. So, yeah. I mean, if I was, we looked at a Bronco 2 that was there. It was garbage. And, the next thing was spending $250, going to Summit Racing and spending $250. But I try to bring this shit to the channel for you guys to try to save you some money and save you some time. Basically what you got there is an axle that's just basically refreshed, rebuilt. We go over that in a video this week. Yeah, I mean, it's got all the components that it needs. It'll make 400. I made almost 500 in a stock axle with C-clips. Is that stupid? Probably, but it still worked. I never broke an axle, but then again, I would go 350 wheel on my dad's car and we snap an axle right outside of the housing. So it's kind of a maintenance thing. C-clip eliminators at a minimum when you start getting above 450, 500 range. Definitely want to start thinking about upgrading your axle. We talk about that again in one of the videos this week. So I do appreciate you guys for listening to me. I'm not trying to like teach you like I'm just trying to, bring you along for the journey when we're doing shit like this. Cause this isn't a really high horsepower type of axle. And it'll work plenty fine in a black car, naturally aspirated until we get that shit fixed. Cause I'm going to tell you what, that axle's been bent, bro. Wait till you see it when we get it out, bro. Thanks, man. Surprised how well yours held up considering yours is a used roller block. So we had boosted that block like 3 times now, Chris. Like people don't think 351 Windsors. I mean, you don't have to make 1,000 horsepower. Set your car up. Make 700, make 800. That car will be competitive in just about anything you ran it in. Minus World Cup Series radial stuff. I mean, any no prep stuff. Within reason, I say. Within reason. What's up, Jimmer? I used to put friction modifier in my T5. Seriously, you put friction modifier. You put that green shit in your T5. That works? I never thought of that. What's up, Jim? Friction mod. Listen, every time we rebuild a diff and we take it out of an axle that's a parts car or whatever, and we put the carbon fiber packs in it. Like I got the box of the carbon fiber packs over there for the other differential that we stole the packs from for this one. And the box smells like it's terrible. It's like, what in the hell? It don't make any sense. It's terrible. You should have seen the smell that when I cracked that differential, the truck, the axle I just stole, man. Oof. Appreciate it, Jeffrey. Good to see you, man. What's up, Notch Fox? Happy New Year to you too. Happy New Year to everybody. What up, Nathan Tuck? Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. One of my #1 contributors here on the channel. I've been with us. Good Lord, you've probably been with us almost 3 years, Nathan, on the membership, man. I appreciate you. Big shout out to you, brother. Waiting for the day you decide to go LS. Never happened. I'll put an LS in a G body. Like, I definitely want to mess with an LS, but it ain't going to go on no Foxbody. Come on, son. I ain't hating on those who did it. It's fine. To each their own, bro. But, I'm pretty set with, with the 351 stuff that we do and, Coyote stuff over in the, build a 321. I don't know what the hell that means, but I guess a 321 like Coyote Motors, like a Gen 3 something, Gen 2 something, Gen 1 something shit. I don't know. It's supposed to be pretty amazing. I don't know. What's up, Pimp? Good to see you. What trans fluid you run? ATF, synchro mash. In what transmission? Yo, what up, Matt Hopkins? Grabbed a 91 Pro Charger, 306, made 480 wheel on a Mustang download, though. Nice. So just grabbed a 91. So you got a 91 Mustang with a Pro Charger that had a 306 in it? That's what you're saying? No, it's all good, man. It's all good. I seen was it Chris Lane made a post about looking for a 351. Apparently that wasn't for him. he's like I'm not gonna put no Ford motor in my Foxbody. So I'm assuming he's gonna probably put an LS. Must have been throwing out a feeler ad for a friend or so. That was funny. All right, what year was the Ranger you got the axle from? Okay, so Junkyard Digging. Guys, and just like Carlos said just a little bit ago, GT40 shit is getting hard to find. 351 Windsor roller motors getting hard to find. Like you may still see shit like on Facebook Marketplace or whatever, but like if you're going to legitimately go to like a pull apart or you pull it or like a conglomerate, I like to call them, or even if you go to an old school junkyard, You need to find this stuff because it's disappearing. 83 to 92 is the only years for the Ranger driver side axle. Now, Aerostar, is that right? Yeah. Aerostar, the passenger axle is the same, but that's a really odd vehicle to begin with because I think it's got to be like all-wheel drive or some shit, or maybe that's the drive shaft I'm thinking about. Anyway, 83 to 92. Now, finding anything 83 to 92 in the junkyard period is going to be a feat in its own. But I will say that the Ranger axle you need is like, I think 2.9, what is it? It's 4-cylinder or V6, 83 to 92. It doesn't really matter what it is. That driver side axle is the one you need to pull if that's what you're looking to do. It's an OE axle. If it's got a good race on it, it's just as strong as, I don't know. I mean, it was in a 4-cylinder for a little, you know. Bronco 2 is another one. Same thing. Bronco 2s and little trucks that they made back in the 80s. Yeah, I had one myself. It is what it is. So, anyways, yeah, that's the years you're looking for. It's definitely one of the better mods that you can get, like when you're trying to 5-look swap. And I even mentioned in the new video of us rebuilding this axle, one of the another junkyard mod to switch everything to rear disc without actually changing the whole damn axle. So I'll put, what do you say? I'll put a small block Ford in a G body before I deal with a Gen 2 Windsor. You guys are brutal. The G-Force brand oil I run in G101A doesn't stink, but if you get it on a thing, it's hard to get off. Listen, we run, in all of our faceplates, we run, I don't know, what is it? The lightweight. I think we run the it's blue now. It used to be green, but we run the red line lightweight shockproof, and I run the heavy shockproof in the rear axle when you're running like a spool or whatever. Sourcing a roller motor is hard. It's especially much easier to simply run link bar lifters. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. On 351, I mean, it's just going to run you an extra 500. You know what I mean? So we actually put, hold on one sec. Neo, have you ever heard people running motor oil and Lucas oil stabilizer in their manual trans? Nope. Why would they do that? It's too thick. I think it would, shit, that would burn the synchros up. It's not that it wouldn't work, but it probably worked for like 5 miles. That shit would be all burnt up, bro. That's funny. So what else we got going on here? I know there's like a delay in chat. The longer the damn thing goes. I run Redline in my Vet in the rear end. So that must be, are you talking about the shockproof? Is that what you're talking about? Cash for Clunkers BS got rid of. Yes. 1000% Timmy Webb for sure. Cash for Clunkers, for you guys that don't know what the hell that was, go Google that shit. I think it was it Obama when he came into office? Yes. He came into office. He had this thing called Cash for Clunkers. And I think it was like, he was trying to, maybe upstart the steel industry. I don't really know the whole point, really the whole political reason behind doing it, but Cash for Clunkers that was what, 10 years ago? Well, was it Barack Obama was what, late 2000, was it 7, 8, 10, whatever. Regardless, Cash for Clunkers was a junkyard deal where you got like you got extra money for it. They just wanted to get rid of all these scrap vehicles, and very specific ones too, like trucks and like Explorers got hit hard. I'll tell you what, like I do a lot of junkyard digging. I love to do that shit. It's like fishing to me, right? So there's this junkyard in Youngstown. It's actually, I don't know, maybe anybody who's from Youngstown. It's over by Valera Tech, whatever. It's over by Jib Jab. Okay. Jib Jab and Girard. Anyways, across the bridge or past the bridge over on your right, there was this junkyard, and they had Cash for Clunkers thing going on, bro. And there was literally 1,000. I mean, you go over the bridge, you can look to your left, and you just see this like 1,000 cars. I mean, it looked like a damn I mean, it looked like a car lot. It looked like the Ford truck at the Ford assembly line missing all the chips. You know what I mean? It had like everything. So I went over there and I asked to look through their yard, and I literally pointed out probably 10 Foxbodies, 10 Explorers that were all V8 5.0, probably 5, 6, 7 Foxbodies of various ranges, years. Just, it was crazy. So like Casper Clunkers really hit the junkyard digging / budget mod, whatever, real hard. Because I mean, it was like we got rid of a bunch of shit that was sitting in the backyard or back of a shop in like bulk. So we definitely got, that was definitely something that kind of sucked. Because I mean, you've seen a lot of 5.0 Explorers hit the road, trucks, 351 Windsors hit the road, anything that was like really like not economically driven. Does that make any sense? So yeah, Casper. I thought it was just, I mean, if you're a car lover and you like doing this shit like we did, like it was tough. I think you had, and for those who don't know what I'm talking about, when you would bring the vehicle in to get it scrapped, like they put this shit in the engine and literally blew the engine up on purpose. Like that was part of the program. Like they had to do that. It was crazy. It's just a bomb. It was like sodium. Was it something sodium, whatever, chloride, whatever. You put it in the engine, you ran it for a minute, and it locked it up. It just ruined the motor. It was the craziest shit. I still got me about 10 sets of GT40 heads and intakes off that shit, because to be honest with you, all it did was like blow up the bottom end of the motor. Just locked the bottom end of the motor up and didn't really mess with the heads too much. Anyways, I'll stop talking about it. You said driver's side on that Ranger. Yes, driver's side only. For those that don't know, the Foxbody length axles from the lip. You don't measure from the hub. You measure from the outside of the lip here. The face to the tip of where the C-clip's at is 29 inches and 29 and 5/32 inches. So obviously if you put a 1/16 of an inch up or 32, whatever, it's going to make it like 29 and a quarter. So that's where I think Rangers are at. I think Rangers are right at 29 and a quarter. So, I mean, it's pretty awesome. Yeah, that's what I just mentioned. I'm trying to catch up here. Chat's coming in late. What's up, Joe? When you say Gen 2, is that Terminator X time? Okay, so if you go over to Anderson Ford Motorsports, Gene, because I think you were inquiring about speed density switch to Terminator X. That's 100% probably a really, really good idea. Like if you're going to skip the whole converting to mass air. Anyways, if you go over to Donnie B's website, if you go over to Anderson Ford Motorsports, Donnie B's the lead tech there. He sells MF Customs Generation 2 Foxbody 937 kit. So it's modified. It's a kit that's, it has been modified. And I just went over this on the video, which actually I need to cut that up and make a short part of it too, Dan. I really do. Maybe a 3 or 4 minute informational thing, whatever. What's a Gen 2 Terminator X harness? So take it out of that video so it's not hidden. Anyway, makes the install a lot easier. And there's some things that are wired up that are up on a Terminator X setup that's going to make it a lot easier. And there's a lot of Ford plugs that are, not easy. It makes the install pretty good. So, yep. Should have got on a little soapbox with that Junkyard, that Casper Clunkers. I'll tell you what, man, there was just so much shit. There was so much shit that was done that, man, so many good vehicles are just gone. What's up, Lamar? Didn't see you even step in, man. I got a 302 flat tappet engine. What would be a good budget head to be used? On a flat tappet? Shit. I'd convert it to roller and stick a GT40 head on there or something, or a DOEE or a C90, whatever, something pretty cheap. Just finished a wire tuck. I was watching your vids 3 or 4 years ago. Thanks for the help. I don't think I did a wire tuck video. That was either Donnie B or Foxcast. I think they did a couple of them that were really good. I think even Brutal did one. pretty shit. Tip probably did one too. I don't think I've ever done I don't wire tuck anymore. I just loom them and zip tie them. I just got tired of always trying to chase wires when I'm tuning with my factory shit. Hey man, I appreciate you stopping in, MJP. Youngest son has a birthday. Tell him we all said happy birthday, brother. It's good to see you. Appreciate you. When you kicking the notch in gear? When I make the white car behind me faster. Speaking of white car, check out this hat. Big shout to my man Mike Johnson, 417 Fox. If you guys want to get some merch made, he does a really, really nice job. I mean, I know I'm bald, so you got look at this. That's cool as shit. Look. You couldn't tell what vehicle that is, right? Does a really nice job with this merch. He also did this little tumbler for me too. Sells a bunch of really cool shit, man. 417fox.com. Mike Johnson, baby. Question up above. What's the question? You? Oh, here we go. Here we go. I'm telling you, sometimes chat, listen, as the stream moves on, the chat gets a little bit slower. So just so you guys know, you might ask a question. I might not even see it for like a minute or two. Neo, can you talk about rear shock setting? I just scored a pair of adjustable strain shocks for the rear, and I'll need to dial in some compression and rebound. So I like to use the word extension. I used to say rebound all the time. Compression and rebound. It depends on what kind of car. Like my car is set up like quite a bit differently than a lot of people's car, because I have a lot of transfer in my car, and that's by design. So the one thing I loved about stick shift no prep is not only do we shift gears in like 3 or 4, 2 to 3 times voluntarily unloading our car, but it's really tricky shit too, because when you start getting out into street style stuff, the asphalt, you start going back track, mid track, you got to be able to adjust your car to go down pretty much any pavement. So I have a little notebook that tells me, and I have data on pretty much all the tracks that I raced last year. Because you remember, we spent all that year last year, you know what I mean? Just trying to dial the suspension in, because there's ET to be had being able to do that. As far as compression, if it's a stick shift car, I always like to run compression a little bit mid to high, about 3/4. My settings have like 20 settings on the compression side. So I'm usually around 12 to 14 to 15, depending on what track it is. As far as the extension's concerned, depending on if I have weight in the back, if I'm riding with weight, if I'm not riding with weight, if it's a good front half, I don't worry about any weight. I don't worry about a lot of shock settings. I set them to where, like I said, I got a lot of data on a lot of tracks on my little notebook, but it's almost the type of thing when you start getting into racing that shock settings can make the difference between you winning and losing all the time. Because if you unload your car and spin tire, especially in the 8th mile, you're just going to spend the rest of the 8th mile trying to catch. I mean, you can make double the horsepower. Case in point, John Kinter's car. John Kinter's car made barely 500 wheel. And that guy went round after round after round. Shit, I was 0-2 against Kinter. He's a hell of a driver. He's a very seasoned racer. He's been doing it for 30 years, and that car gets down. Shit, this car coming out this year with a turbo now. We're going to have a problem with him. He's going to be fast, boy. Neo, thanks for promoting the Fox bodies. Have messed with DIY auto-tune stuff at all? I have not. Dan, you're in chat here, MF Customs. You ever mess with that DIY auto-tune? That's the guy to ask. I think Dan used to work for Big Stuff too. If you guys remember Big Stuff back in the day, old school company. I think he still works with them a little bit too. So yeah, we're here talking some shop shit. So if you guys got a question, let me know. Got a question about one of my builds, whatever. What to look for in a convertible top regarding issues with mechanism. Car I'm looking at has original top seals and no leaks and tears. Okay, so on a convertible, first things first is you want to check that seal at the top, because some of the major issues convertibles actually even have is because the damn top doesn't seal right. Check your latches. Make sure the latch hooks aren't literally falling off, because that means that you're going to probably have to replace the latch. Some of them get broken or get wore out real bad because they've been been latched and unlatched. Listen to the motor. If the motor has, like a delay in it, like whatever, it's probably getting low on fluid. It's probably running hot. It's probably doesn't have a whole lot of time left in it. So as far as like the top maintenance is concerned itself, those are like 3 alone right there that you're going to want to look at. The seal, the weather stripping where it meets the top of the windshield, the latch, make sure the latches are in good condition and actually latch it down. You should actually have to force it closed. You see what I'm saying? So, and in the pump, check the lines, make sure the pump sound. It'll tell you if it's struggling and probably needs some, new fluid or fluid change or whatever. You gotta change that shit like transmissions, man. It's, starting a 387. Thanks for the info and video. So what we're going to do, Aaron, is we're going to actually make a video after we finish the dyno this week with the black car, which I think, I think we're going to do good. I got a couple parts that we're going to do a comparison video on. So we got some cool shit here that we ain't done yet. Once we're done with that, we're on the white car because we got to get ready for Florida because we got a big stick shift race down there at the end of February. But we're definitely going to be doing a recap on the 387 where I'm going to sit down and in one video go through every of the fine details on what made that engine run. So let me catch up here. I'm working on a budget right now and have a problem with my T5. Is there an affordable upgrade for internal parts doing my work myself? I mean, you can get some pretty budget gear sets. I think Hanlon's, there's like $450 for a gear set. There's aftermarket and OE. It's kind of like you can get a Tremec second gear that's like $150, or you can get a cheap knockoff like Indonesian / aftermarket version for like 75 or 80. And it's a crapshoot regardless of how you shake it. But one thing's for sure, you can make your T5 last, but we're kind of in a day and age where making horsepower is not all that difficult, especially with the tuning. Might want to consider maybe stepping in, saving your money and running with like a TKX. TKX is obviously my next, would be my next go-to if I was making between stock power and like 600 or 700, you know what I mean? So how much nitrous would you spray on 387? All of it. I am legit considering going back to a stick shift once I get quarter mile. I'm trying to do in Ohio with the stick shift series, which I'm in the talks with Mickey Thompson, and I'm in talks with Liberty Gears, possibly adding some more. I just want to promote the class. Like we don't get, I feel like, and it's no pun against any promoter out there, I'm not saying this, but being the position that I'm in, why not? Why not try to promote the class and make it stronger and make it faster, make it whatever, make it fun. We had a lot of fun last year, and it was kind of like the first year of us doing it. It's a lot of work, it's extra work that I took on and tried to, we gave away a $3,500 transmission, and we're going to do that again this year. And we're going to add some, we're going to change some shit up a little bit. We got a double points race coming up, I think, and don't quote me on this, but very possible might be able to allow all-wheel drive in on the double points race just to kind of see, because I kind of want to go around and find out what all-wheel drive cars would actually even show up to race. You see what I mean? That's stick shift. So that would be really cool just to, put a feeler out there and promote the shit out of it. We got a lot of different traction and different pavements to race on this year. Stick shift's just fun, bro. Like I know they came out with a new class called Daily Driver, which has quite a bit of rules. And I think that's cool. It definitely kind of, people are going to try to, get as much of the rules as they can just to pass the tech or whatever. But I'm pretty sure that class is going to be pretty teched pretty hard, and for good reason. You know what I mean? For good reason. I have had 4 5.0s, 83, 87, 89, top speed OEM, no mods. Nice. What lifter do you use in your builds? Morels. I use the limited travels on my 408, 410, and I actually have Trick Flow higher performance. They're full hydraulic in the 363, which it should be limited travels or solid anyways, but whatever. I actually, dude, the 387, we stuck some, I don't know, some factory lifters that looked pretty good condition. I'm telling you, when I built that shit on a budget, I just looked on the shelf and said, we'll use this cam, we'll use these rods, we'll use these pistons. We got a block over there, shit. You know what I mean? We just, here's some lifters, let's take this block over and get it machined. That's how that all happened. Like, oh shit, I got to buy a $300 crank. Like, yeah, there's money in machining, but there's not any more money in machining the 387 when the shit I did than it would be in building a normal 306. Come on. What's up, Bill? Hey. I'm really liking the black car, brother. All done with my second surgery. Time to start what life I have left. Thank you and all your subscribers for the thoughts and prayers. So, guys, I want you, keep Bill Cummins in your prayers, please. He's battling cancer, and he, it hasn't been good to him. He's a good friend of ours. He's a good friend of the family. We all love him to death. He's got more energy than me at 50 plus years old. So appreciate you, Bill. Hope you're feeling better. I'm glad the second surgery went well. You got to live that life, baby. Don't be jumping out on no planes, though. I don't know if your knees will buckle, bro. All right, let me catch up, guys. Isn't a Terminator X install equivalent to a MAF switch on a speed density cart? Not really. Terminator X, like I said, you got two options. When you go from a speed density, you could either go right into the Terminator X, which the Gen 2 would be the one you want to do, or you could find a mass air computer, do the mass air swap, matching calibrated mass air meter, and it works too. To each their own. I had a lot of fun with speed density. Shit, we made 370 to the wheels on speed density with the turbo kit. I miss ripping gears. Hell yeah, man. Stick shift for life. Stick shift for life, for sure. Too bad double points race is at a track I don't have the nuts to race at. Come on, man. You could still come and get, you never know, go A to B, let off at 300. Yeah, I appreciate that, Mustang guy. Bill's been, he's been fighting that shit for a while. So keep his, so Bill watches our channel. He's a very reputable business owner in the town where my in-laws live, and well-known guy, very, very good person. So, he watches our channel, and, he enjoys the Mustang shit. He likes the energy, and, he tells me all the time when he's riding on his motorcycle with my father-in-law that, hey, he comes up and visits us, and he's good people, man. Good people to have in your life, man. It's very hard to find people like that. What's up, Dave? What's up, Daniel Robinson? Good to see you, brother. My Summit Racing Tech is back in the house. What's up, Heath? So we're about 40 minutes in. And like I was talking about with the Fox Days of Christmas earlier in the live chat, some of you guys might have missed it. We didn't do Fox Days of Christmas. I do apologize for not really getting live stream in the last month. As you kind of see it, like the eves of both Christmas and New Year's were like on a Sunday night. And I mean, I guess I could have live streamed any other night, but I like live streaming on Sunday night and all at this time. So, we just figured we'd take a little bit of break, respect to the friends and family and shit. But we did gather a couple parts. We got about 4 or 5 items to give away. And I think what would be best is if towards the end of the chat, towards the end of the live stream, we give away something around the 1 hour mark. We do have a couple really nice items. Big shout out to Anderson Ford Motorsports. They actually stepped in on two things. Got a couple things here from the shop to give away, and then some good shit from Hanlon Motorsports as well. Didn't go all out this year. I figured we would just give away that stuff here on live streams for the next month. Give away one item, see, dig out what sort of banners I still got laying around. I think I got 3 or 4 of them laying around. So we're still going to be doing some shit, handing some stuff out, giving back to the community. It is what it is. That's what we do, whether it's knowledge or shop swag. I want to know how that axle got bent. Shit, I didn't weld the tubes. So we actually partially welded these tubes on this one because we obviously don't want to bend it at 400 wheel. But if you guys are going to build your axle, Team Z's got a kit. So big shout out to Team Z because I got a kit for my coupe, like the axle that I have actually outside fermenting in the rain, right? It's got to go over to McBride's when we take this axle out, because I still got a deal with McBride where we're going to do a video on my axle because it's bent and it's really good information that I can still fix it. Well, we got to get it in a jig and measure it all up. And at that point, we can rebrace it and weld the shit out of it. If you guys are going to if you're going to start making some horsepower, getting your shit welded up and getting it braced up, super important, because then you're going to end up, just like, it's a safety thing. Like I thought legitimately that I had a differential cover leak. Like I fixed it like 3 times. I couldn't figure it out. Ended up, looking at the tubes and seeing that it was actually coming from the tubes, and I shouldn't have been out there beating shit out of it, but it is what it is. Best supercharger cam from the shop to give away for stock bottom end in 5.0. Axle got bent doing the Popeyes, going through Popeyes and drive through. Is there any aluminum valve covers out there in the shop you don't want? I don't care the condition, dibs. All right. Give me a little list. Depending on who you street racing will determine on how you're going to clutch a T5, meaning pushing clutch all the way to the floor or not. Yup. So I think what we're going to give away this week, a whole box of shit over here. God, that friction modifier smells like shit. Good Lord. I can't believe it smells so bad in here. It's got to be on that cardboard over there. It's got to be. Yeah. It makes me want to throw up. Make sure it's all here. It is open, but it is new. We'll talk about that here in a second. You still running the almighty B cam? Hell yeah. I like the X cam with an on-3 kit. F cam works really well with the on-3 kit. Buddy of mine, Randy Davis, runs it. Does really well with that camshaft. Swears by it. But sweet. Anyways, we are going to probably one of the best mods that you could do, upgrading your axle, like we had talked about. But if you're going to upgrade your axle and you're going to do maintenance in the back, doing a gear change, doing whatever maintenance, like I've shown you here talking about, probably one of the first things you should do to a Foxbody with a stock rear end style, whatever, torque boxes is reinforcing them. So I think what we're going to do is give away a set of torque box reinforcements tonight. I think that would be kind of cool. Be like one of the, this is some stuff that I know it's been open, so it's not, it's out of the wax paper or whatever. I actually ended up getting these back from my buddy Steve, who ended up taking an anti-roll bar that we had because he had already had these. So we're not giving them away yet. There's no hashtag yet. So, but I think these will go to a good home. And you know, you got the upper plates. The upper plates for the low, or the upper plate for the lower torque boxes. Pretty much all the hardware. And then you have the upper plates. So this is a full kit. And yeah, I think that would be really cool. Probably, like, you guys can legitimately, if you don't have a welder, okay, so torque box reinforcements can be bolted in too. Like they'll still work pretty well bolted in. But if you can tack weld or weld them in, definitely something you want to think about. Like we ended up not having to use those on our coupe because we ended up putting the actual torque boxes in upper and lower with the anti-roll bar built in for the coupe. So it's a pretty badass little setup. I can't wait to, start shaking that car down, but we still got an axle to build yet. And we're still waiting on our 408 to get back. So Troy, call Mark at Bullet Cams. He'll get you set right up. So we'll give that stuff away here in about 10 minutes or so. Give me 1 second here. Where are you at? Okay, so I want to give a special shout out to my boy Hanlon Motorsports, bro. Where you at? Where you at, boy? He went to his first no prep this past week. Is it week or weekend? Whatever. Y'all want to see him get down? Check it out. This is actually round 2. Kevin Ralph has a really, really nice, well put together. I think it's a push. I think he said it's a push rod 350 based supercharged G body. It's a lot to say there. Shit. But Ralph is a 5-second stick car all day. Super fast, does super well with it. But if you ain't guessing the light, you ain't trying. That's all I'm saying. Let me go ahead. So this is Hanlon. This is a front half at Maple Grove. And he was super excited. This is literally his second no prep race. And Hanlon runs a all motor Gen 2 Coyote. And this used to be an old, I think he runs a G-Force trans. And this was a factory stock Coyote stock one. So check him out, man. Check him out. I don't even know where I put the other video. Let me see if I can find the other video first. So I want to make a special shout to him, man, because he did super well. I'm proud of him. Where the hell did I put that? Let me see if I can find it in here. Give me a second, guys. Try to find it in here. Is this it? So yeah, he is hooked. He is hooked, to say the least. All them stickers weighing you down, man. Them 5 pounds. Them 5 horsepower, bro. Give me a moment here. Here we go. Let me download this. Let me use this one here. Hold on. This is the better one. You guys still with me? All right. Let me make sure this is the right one. There we go. Okay, here we go. Let me remove this one. You guys ready? Here we go. That's big old. That's my man Zach holding it down. You got Pops. You got Bob Hanlon right there in the green. Got Pops. Watch this thing. Watch the tree. Oh. Boy, I tell you what, that's double O Gesso. Son, come on. No, nobody pulls off a 400 tree like that, bro. Come on. There's the double stage. That's Kevin coming in. No, what? Come on. Hell no. All right, I'll let you watch the whole thing. I'll stop messing around. Let me tell you what, man. He knows what he's doing. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. That dude can stick shift race, that's for sure. All right, here we go. We'll watch the whole race. But it's like I said, this is Gen 2 all motor. Car's set up for like factory stock, 90 stock. Watch it. I can't believe Kevin caught him. That's like, damn, son. But he knew, man. He knew. I'm super proud of him. This is only his second no prep race. He was at a front half. It was like 30 degrees outside on the Totally, he put that intake on. He wins that race. Big shout out to Kevin Ralph, though. Big shout out to Kevin Ralph. He does a really fast race. So, figured I'd show you guys. That's some cool shit. Where you at, Hanlon? Hell yeah. Anyways, I'm a Jet. What do you say? Jets fan. Dang, old Dale. Yeah. Oh. What mufflers are you running on your white car? I don't run any mufflers on my white car. Turbo. So my white car has a custom built 1.75 inch TIG welded turbo set. So take it easy, MF. Thanks for stopping in, Dan. So I have a 4-inch aluminum pipe, 3.5-inch aluminum pipe coming all the way from the like radiator all the way to the back. So it's just the way the car sounds. Like it's just the way they're all tuned headers, they're all equal length. It's just a custom built turbo kit. It's a pretty unique sound though. I mean, I like it. I like it a lot. Enough to leave it alone, you know what I mean? But appreciate it, Jake. Appreciate you stopping in, bro. Happy New Year. Thanks, Jason. I appreciate it. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and we're going to give away these torque boxes because I'm only going to be on for about an hour. We'll have a little bit more content next week because we should have we'll be talking about the 387 next week quite a bit. We're going to be talking about how I built it. We're going to probably be doing the video this week on, making the playlist And we're definitely going to have some dyno footage from it if you guys don't get a chance to watch the video later on this week. So we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about budget shit, with the 351. So I hope you guys enjoy that sort of content. Would you do a video on how you routed the exhaust off your turbo to the back? Yeah, it's pretty much in. If you were to watch any of my white car videos, that has it up on the lift, you can see most of it. It's not that big of a deal, you know what I mean? For a daily driver on 3 kit car, think it would be too loud without a muffler? No, not at all. Not at all. I don't think I don't run mufflers. You know what? I run mufflers on my black car. I take that back. It's got to run dual boreless. But just like Tim said, it is the muffler itself. So we're gonna do the torque box giveaway. So they are I don't even know what I want to do for hashtag. Let's just do hashtag just torque. That would be fine. Torque boxes and frame savers on the next list. Just got my car back from the paint shop. 100%. Some of the first mods you should do is strengthening up the chassis of the Foxbody, especially at this age. These cars are 35 years old, plus 40. It depends on what year it is. Shit definitely has some wiggle in it at this point. So you guys interested in the torque box reinforcements? Hashtag torque. Continental US, please. These are a little bit heavy, so if you do win them and you are from Canada or whatever, maybe we can you can send me an email and we'll get them out to you or whatever. Anyway, what's up, Shelby County? It's good to see you, brother. I seen you pop in, but I didn't get a chance to say hello. It's good to see you, man. Got a lot of guys in green here, man. I appreciate you guys staying with us on the channel. I got a channel membership below. Hit that join button. Pretty much all my videos. It's appreciated, man. Get a little exclusive content. We talk a little shit in there a little bit. I tell them, like, when we go to the dyno, I tell them how much horsepower we made, and they actually know the issue that we had that we're going to be talking about this week here in the regular chat in the blog or whatever. But I definitely miss live streaming some shit, man. I always have a good time when I get on here and talk a little Foxbody shit with you guys. For sure. That's a lot of people here. Got 90 in chat, man. I appreciate that. We'd like to see 100, 200, but it is what it is. We'll get there. Got to keep digging. So you guys I do a lot of content, shorter content. We do the long form and we'll do some shorts and stuff here on the channel with YouTube because it's obviously the main platform. But I've been building on the Facebook page quite a bit. For those of you guys that do a little bit of Facebook, it's an actual page. It's not like a personal page. So you gotta have a personal account to have a business account. But we're up to almost 11,000 followers on there, and we're doing pretty well. I'm putting some of the older content back. I think I'm going to go back and remaster some of the older content that I had that hit real hard back in the day, and I think I can really kind of re-release it. There's some good information out there. I do a lot of how-to shit here on the channel. I probably shouldn't. I should do some reaction videos or whatever. But I just like to work on my Foxbodies and if I could lend a hand to somebody and teach them how to do something or give them an idea of something with like this 387 thing. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do any content on it. I don't think anybody's ever done anything on it on YouTube. So it was kind of nice to get a first dibs and first cracks at something like that. I don't think you guys know what you're trying to win if you're paying to have them installed. It's not cheap. So like I just telling them, pimp, worst case scenario, they drill some holes, they can bolt them in and they'll still work to at least help. You can always go back later and tack weld them up if you actually take the chassis apart or whatever, but for 100%. Yeah, for sure. I'm actually remastering that engine build for Facebook. I know there's going to be a bunch of people talking a bunch of shit about, oh, you can't flip pistons and blah 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 blah. Actually, my 387 has Foxbody pistons in it, like they're actually flipped as well. So, guess it don't work. All right, we're gonna go ahead and give them away real quick, and then we're gonna call it a night. We'll have some banners for you guys next week. We're gonna also do another substantial giveaway. This one, the torque boxes were from us here at the shop. So this is something that we had bought for the shop, and we actually gave it away to a friend of ours that's been in the channel for a long time. He won them in one of the giveaways, and he ended up giving them back because I had something else. He had already welded a set in or whatever. So, big shout out to you, Steve, for kicking them back to us or whatever. 860, thinking about swapping a Volvo electric steering pump. What driver side alternator bracket works well? I think March has a good one. So let me go ahead and pick somebody real quick, and we'll go with that. Let me spin through here. Just keep spinning. Just keep spinning. Mustang guys 6501. Good. I know you're going to put these to good use, brother. Big shout out to you, brother. Hell yeah. Mustang guy 6501's been on the channel a long time. I appreciate you. Type that in. Also a channel member too. Big shout out to him. Thank you so much for what you do, brother. I'm ready to see what you're doing with the Coyote. Everybody is. Yeah, so the Volvo pump is definitely a really good. That's something I think who did the Volvo pump video? Was that House of Dula? I think he did a good one. He also did a relocation for the wiper thing too. I think he did a wiper delete. It was pretty cool. So yeah, big shout out to Mustang guy, man. He comes into all these, all of us, the Foxbody. I think he comes in. You see him in Brutal and Foxcast when he goes live, and he's an active member. So appreciate what you do, man. Congratulations. I know you'll put these to good use. Just make sure you send me a picture. I think you know what email I am, Mustang guy, possibly. I think maybe if you don't, I'll put it in members chat. So yeah, Neo Mustangs at Hotmail is the email. So just hit me up, brother, and I will get these out to you. Later, Joe. Good to see you, man. Appreciate you stopping in. So next week, like I said, we'll have a pretty good one from Anderson Ford Motorsports. We're going to be giving away something pretty nice from them. Followed by, most likely, will be Hanlon Motorsports. And then we got another one from the shop here, and we're going to end with the good one. We're going to end with the big one. We might add a couple to it. I might add a couple to it just to kind of draw it out for the next couple months. But just I don't know. Kind of rewards the folks that take the time to and that are subscribed to the channel to come in the live streams and be part of them. So I appreciate that. So anyways, yeah, if you check out the join button below, guys, be part of the membership. Appreciate you guys. Helps us to travel, helps us for everything here on the channel. Outside of that, I just appreciate everybody for watching. Get your shit off the jack stands, guys. I have been balls to the wall with this stupid black car, trying to get this thing done and trying to do good content for you here on the channel. Had a mechanical issue. It wasn't the motor. We had a pretty serious mechanical issue, as you see right here on the ground, that was really messing us up on the dyno this past week. That's why you did not see that video. I only got one video out to you, but this week I already got one loaded. The members are already, you can already watch it. Members already can see it. I got one I shot today. It'll be ready for Tuesday. Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So we're going to have quite a few things to catch up on. Plus the holidays are over with now, so I should have a little bit more time to be getting these videos up. But guys, I appreciate everybody for watching the live stream, talking some Foxbody shit with us here on a Sunday. Big shout out to the guys in green once again. Big shout out to my sponsors, Tremix, Stiflers, McLeod, Hanlon Motorsports, #1 sponsor, Viking, and Team Z. Big shout out to Team Z and all those guys for supporting us here on the channel. And big shout out to Stripper Glitter and D Team for what you guys do for, changing the no prep game here in Ohio, man. So outside that, it was a good night. Appreciate everybody for stopping in. I will see you tomorrow, as I'm going to release that video tomorrow. Not a really big video, but we did find a couple things in the junkyard you might want to check out. I like to go junkyard digging like people like to go fishing. So it is what it is. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and kick it out. I appreciate everybody for stopping in. Get your shit off the jack stand. That's what I'm trying to do right here, so I can get busy on this one. We'll see you guys soon in the videos this week. Thanks for stopping in. And congratulations to Mustang Guy 6501. And congratulations to Nathan Tuck. I want to make a special shout to Nathan Tuck. I think he's our oldest member to the channel on the channel membership. Thank you so much, Nathan. Later, guys. Have a good night.